creatures on the planet that you never want to encounter. Hello everyone from Enigmatic Echo. Dear friends, mysterious creatures have always been a topic that arouses curiosity in many people. Over hundreds of years, scientists still haven't been able to prove their existence. Although there are many witnesses who claim to have seen them with their own eyes, everything remains a mystery. So what are these creatures? How mysterious and terrifying are they? Join Enigmatic Echoes to explore the 8 most mysterious and bizarre creatures on the planet that you probably never want to encounter in today's video. One, the one-eyed giant. Greek mythology describes a terrifying monster called Cyclops. Its prominent feature is its frightening face, with only one single eye in the middle of with the shape of a giant chimpanzee. This creature is covered in fur all over its body. It specializes in making weapons for Zeus, one of the most powerful gods. Additionally, Cyclops also produces many weapons for other gods, including the trident of the sea god Poseidon, the bow and arrows of the goddess Artemis, and the invisible helmet of Hades. From descriptions in Greek mythology, many wonder if one-eyed people really exist. According to scientists, there are people in the world who have only one eye, instead of 2 eyes like normal people. People with one eye suffer from cyclopia syndrome, also known as one-eye syndrome. This is a very rare congenital defect that causes eye deformity. The incidence of this defect in children is 4 in 1,000 births and is more common in animals. Experts say the incidence of cyclopia in animals is about 1 in 16,000 births. According to statistics, people have encountered cats, sheep, pigs, and even sharks, all born with only one eye. The cause of this deformity is believed to be genetic mutation or because the mother during pregnancy was exposed to certain toxins that can inhibit fetal development. So you see, Earth still has many strange and terrifying phenomena, doesn't it? And this is probably the clearest evidence for the existence of a one-eyed giant, the most terrifying and mysterious creature in ancient Greek mythology. 2. Vampire. Vampire is the name of a mysterious creature long celebrated in folklore. This species is believed to exist by drinking blood from living creatures. The common image of vampires is the vampires in European culture, typically Count Dracula in the literary work of the same name. Although vampires are recorded in many different cultures, but only when some rumors and inexplicable phenomena about vampires appeared in Europe from areas where this legend is popular, such as the Alpine region and Eastern Europe, although each locality has different names for it, such as Vrykolakas in Greece and Strigoi in Romania. That belief became fanatical in the minds of the masses, and in some murder cases, people actually executed those accused of being vampires. Those superstitious about vampires often indulge in the practice of drinking human or animal blood. It's also commonly said that vampires mainly bite victims. In folklore in general, there's always a belief in an entity with supernatural power, gained through drinking human blood. The history of vampire superstition often originates from cannibalism practices. Drinking others' blood has been used as a psychological tactic to terrorize the enemy's spirit and reflect many religious events. For centuries, many mysterious and frightening phenomena have bewildered people. A plague spread and killed many people. It was believed to be caused by witchcraft, and even the lineage of the dead resurrecting, taking the life of the living. But these strange corpses did not decompose or rot. Nails, hair, or teeth still grew as if they were alive, and blood flowed from their eyes, nose, mouth, and sometimes wrists. They looked like someone sleeping or just deceased, even though buried for many days, months, years. Still showed no signs of decomposition or rot. Still rosy, bright red, and with a large belly as if they had just eaten well, were believed to have turned into vampires. The left eye was blurry and the body seemed to have moved. This is truly a bizarre and terrifying creature that you probably never want to encounter, right? For Native American tribes in the central plains of North America and in the forests, Deal women are gentle spirits, appearing in the form of humans, deer, or a combination of both. Occasionally they appear before promiscuous and adulterous men, seduce them and lead them to death. However, in the stories of indigenous tribes in Oklahoma, Deal women are much more violent. But this deer girl has a youthful appearance, but with hoods and deer eyes. They seduce men to come to them, and then trample them to death. Some say that Deal women are transformed women. after being raped or revived by the original Deal Women spirits. Yet regardless of the origin of Deal Women, there are still many Native American tribes who say they have seen this creature. And if this is indeed true, it would surely make us extremely terrified and never want to face them. The three-headed dog monster Cerberus in Greek mythology is described as the pet of the underworld god Hades. According to Greek mythology, the reason Cerberus has 3 heads is because each head represents the past, present, and future. The three-headed dog Cerberus also terrifies people with its fearsome snake tail. The task of the three-headed dog Cerberus is to guard the gates of hell in Tartarus. This mythological creature would prevent those with intentions of escaping from hell by swimming across the river Styx. However, in some cases, Cerberus did not complete the task of guarding the gates of hell. The reason is that with the guidance of the gods, or being seduced with fresh meat, some mortals could deceive Cerberus to be able to enter and exit hell easily. Although having to guard the gates of hell, Cerberus still wished for a human head. The three-headed dog Cerberus also became a challenge for the hero Heracles. Specifically, according to legend, Heracles was permitted by the god Hades to bring the three-headed dog Cerberus to Earth, but was only allowed to fight barehanded. For Heracles, this challenge was not difficult at all, when this demigod hero could easily conquer this monster. On a cold autumn night in 1965, Mothman, 2 men, visited Point Pleasant, West Virginia. While preparing for a funeral, 5 men saw something fly down from the trees. What they saw was not a bird, but a terrifying humanoid face about over 2 meters tall, with wings spanning 3 to 4 meters. It had 2 glowing red eyes in the middle and moved like a penguin when folding its wings. Those who looked into its eyes or glimpsed its face all felt fear, suffering, and terrible gloom. Some people believe that Mothman warns humans about impending disasters, while others believe it is an angel, demon, or the result of a curse. Although people have discovered Mothman frequently since 1965, for the most part, it is still considered a legend, or a misidentified sandhill crane. But whatever the truth may be, this remains an extremely terrifying creature, whether in legend or in real life. 6. Dobar Chew. Dobar Chew is a terrifying, mysterious creature originating from Ireland. It is also called the water dog or king otter, a hybrid between a dog and an otter, but 5 times larger than regular otters. It can swim and run as fast as a horse, hunting in groups or in pairs. Dobar Chew is notorious for being aggressive towards humans meaning it easily kills and eats them. The famous legend about their ferocity towards humans. 7. The death of Mary Laughlin. When Mary Laughlin was washing clothes near the lake, her husband heard her scream. By the time he arrived, it was too late. Dobar Chew was standing over her mangled body. He stabbed into the heart of that creature and let out a mournful cry, a warning to his mate before dying. After that, the second dog hatched and killed him. Many witnesses of the school said they had seen in the swamp areas and freshwater rivers on the island throughout many centuries. Now people believe it has gone extinct, but it's very likely they still live on Archean Island. 7. Mamalombo. Mamalombo is a reptile-like animal, about 2 meters long. Originating from South African and Zulu, some witnesses describe it as a giant glowing snake, while others believe it's a hybrid of snake, crocodile, and horse with 4 widespread legs. Mamalombo will attack its prey, including humans, and drag it to the bottom of the Zinlava River in South Africa. It suffocates them, eats the face, cracks the skull, and swallows the victim's entire brain. Mamalombo has been seen by villagers living near the Zinlava River for a long time. Previously, the police dismissed this and concluded that the deaths were all due to drowning, as the river water rose during heavy rainy seasons. They explained that the facial deformations were caused by river crabs eating the corpse. However, the villagers here still maintain the view that Mamalombo truly exists. Siknet is one of the extremely terrifying creatures coming from legends in the Philippines. Legend has it that this creature often hides in darkness and sucks blood from any victim from their very shadows. That is a clever hunting method to avoid being detected by other creatures, especially humans. Siknet typically has the habit of walking with its head lowered between its hind legs. Additionally, it also has the ability to, so even higher animals, and even humans, are easily fooled. In appearance, Sigbin looks like a goat, but without horns. Instead having a pair of very large ears that can clap together like hands, and has an extremely flexible tail that functions like a probe. Notably, Sigbin's body is a very occasionally they tend to wander around and eat to search for and devour alive children on the streets. At this time, in 2005, scientists in Borneo discovered a carnivorous animal with an appearance similar to a fox with two hind legs, longer than the front legs, and moves with a rather clumsy, awkward, and strange, with an extremely terrifying appearance. It is believed to be the Sigbin. However, there is still no final conclusion. Dear friends, in this world there exist frightening animals. Among them are animals always rumored in legends with terrifying shapes and mysterious, strange origins. These creatures are always the subject in documents, films, science. What do you think about these mysterious and frightening creatures above? Leave your below and comment. And don't forget to give Enigmatic Echoes a like and subscribe to the Enigmatic Echoes channel. Other interesting discoveries. Now, goodbye and see you again.